Oh, wait. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, ten, 11, it's about to go flying out on me. I don't know if that shows up on camera super well, but the fucking top of that bag is ripped apart. And I stuffed this sock ball in there. Make sure it doesn't come flying out at me, hit me in the eye.
Tell him I've got those St. James Infirmary blues.
Jesus Christ, I'm out of shape. One. Two. Three. Four. 5. 6. 7. Halfway. Quit belly aching, quit bitching. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Good to see you again. Thank you, Mashed Potato Tower. Rise and grind. Yeah, I was doom scrolling about an hour ago, and I saw some shit about some Navy SEALs, right? And I was like, I'm fucking the shit, right? You know, I could be a Navy SEAL if I wanted, right? That's fucking crazy, right? But it did make me want to get out of bed, so good on them. Anyone could. I suppose anybody with an iron will and a single purposeful goal in mind, maybe. But, fuck, man. Well, I don't want to chat too much about this, but I have some experience in the military, right? And I remember during my basic training, there were a few days where I was like, "This is easy." I'd go to, you go to bed that night, right? I got my PTs on, right, and I climb up onto the top bunk, right, and they yell at us and make us do the Army Creed, and then I remember there was one day where I was like, I could definitely be in special forces, right? And then I remember the very next day, that's like same time frame, right? Like just 24 hours later, I was literally like having a fucking mental fucking breakdown. I was like, how the fuck can anybody do this, right? And I don't want to get too much into that story, but I passed, right? And I, yeah. No, I was in the Army, right? It was a great time. It's the world's biggest gang, bro. Yeah. In fact, almost any street thug could kill a guy. Yeah, I suppose for the most part, any street thug could just kill a guy, right? It's speed, force, and violence of action. If you're unprepared, there's nothing you can do, right? Like, there's a very famous video of a BJJ black belt, right, getting fucking stabbed from behind in the neck. And, well, I mean, he didn't have much chance or shot of defending himself, so. But the people that need to be shot are here, not over there. Well, that's a pretty incendiary opinion, man. There's a lot of people everywhere who need to be shot, right? Pedophiles need to be shot. Terrorists, rapists, murderers, they all need to be shot, right? There's plenty of people who need to be shot just about everywhere, all right? I promise. Ugh. It's a personal belief of mine that human beings are born evil, and they have to go out of their way to fight against their evil instincts and evil nature to become good. So yeah, but if they're over there, that's where they belong. I fucking believe it. Yeah, I don't disagree with that 100%, right? As far as I'm concerned, right, these foreign wars, they're unacceptable, right? What we need aren't you Canadian, right? I know I was talking to a Canadian chatter sometime, but in my opinion, because I'm an American, right, American interests are where it's at, right? I want my family to be eating good every night, and I want them to have cheap fucking gas. That's all, And if a foreign war helps us do that, let's do it. Go ahead, right? But if it's fucking just a massive sink cost, right, it's just total fucking crazy nonsense. Woof. All right. But when it comes to the actual people that make up our military, the United States military, right? Majority, right? I'm talking 9 out of 10, 90%, right? are just hardworking, red-blooded fucking Americans like the rest of us. You know, they're just trying to do their jobs and do good, right? And they, you know, it's a job, it's a career, right? That's something that people, you know, it's like it's a lifestyle, it's a thing right now, and it's like no, it's a career, right? And it's you know, people get super career oriented and they believe in it. So, but yeah. Dude, Stephen Thompson, man. Like, he's my favorite striker in the UFC. He was never a champion, right? He does a lot of stance switching, a lot of wide stance nonsense. Yes, Wonder Boy. That's him. I fucking love that guy. And he's just the nicest guy on the planet, too. You know? You know, like, there's videos of, you know, him like in a presser and people are talking shit and he can't talk shit back, right? He doesn't have that nature about him, you know. It's funny, and I think it's funny because like I would want to talk shit, right? Like Chael Sonnen, right? He's another one of my favorites, right? But I know that like deep down I'm not witty enough for that shit, right? Like I'm not smart enough in the insult realm, in the rap battle category. But it's fire. But it's, you know, his fighting style is fire. Here, we're gonna allow that because that's whack. I like talking shit when I'm not fighting. You see, I always thought, you know, and another thing, if we're gonna get stuck on the topic of MMA and fighting, fucking Sean Strickland, right? And Nate Diaz, right? They fucking talk shit in the ring to the guy to his face in the fight, right? And people, like most of their opponents who have spoken about that, they say how fucking confusing and like distracting it is, right? And it's like, so I feel like there might even be a little bit of a mental game there, right? Where it's like, if you can get the words out, if you're in good enough shape, if you're good enough conditioned to be talking shit during the fight, I mean, that screws with the other guy's head so much if they're fucking tired, you know? It's like, how is this guy talking? But I had, this is really, really silly, but I've always had like a plan, like if I ever did sign up for a regional contest or a regional bout, right? It's like tell my favorite story to tell kids, right? And my favorite story to tell kids, I'll say it right now. It's an amazing story. So it goes like this. There was a boy. He was reading his favorite book by a tree, an oak tree, right? And he's reading it out in front of his house, in front of the porch, right? And his dad, his father, comes out of the house and stands on the porch and is like, "Boy, get the fuck away from that tree," right? And the boy's like, "But why, Dad?" Right? And then the father's like, "Do what I fucking tell you, get away from the tree," right? And the boy goes to say, "But why, Dad?" again, and then a rattlesnake bites him and he dies, right? The moral of that story is listen to your elders, right? But it's been a fantasy of mine to say that, to tell that story to my opponent in a fight, right? That's insanity. That's total insanity. I'm nowhere near good enough to do that, right? Like, I can barely keep track of my own fucking movements and thoughts when I'm sparring people, but, right? To be able to do that to somebody, though, that would be pretty fucking hilarious, I think. Tell the whole story? That was the whole story. Oh, you probably just popped up in chat. Yeah, boy doesn't want to listen to his father. He's reading a book by the oak tree. His father tells him to get the fuck away from the tree. He doesn't listen. He gets bit by a rattlesnake and he dies. That's the whole story. Right? That story was told to me when I was like 7 years old. Oh, fuck. All right. Let's get back to it. I got some ab rolls to do. You know what's funny enough is I've actually had a close encounter with a rattlesnake once on the Jefferson River in Montana. It was June or July, and I was walking my little brother down the riverbank, and I hear a fucking rattle, and I just about pissed myself. That rattle's there for a reason. It's so you don't fucking fuck with it. One day, we'll look like Matt Hughes or GSP, Frank Zane, Stephen Thompson, Jerry Prochaska, Chet Congo. One day. 4, 5, Justin Gaethje, Taporia, 6, Eddie Alvarez, 7, Jose Aldo. Is that 7? 8. Be the biggest arms and the biggest charm like Chael Sonnen. There were years where my dad didn't even make 100 grand. Or he barely made 100 grand. 9. Fuck! 10. 11. Fuck. 12. 'Frank Mir. 13. 14. 'I suppose it was. Here, we'll fix it. Accountability, right? There we go. 3 minutes. Here, I'll time it with the music I'm listening to, which, by the way, is not the music that I have playing on stream. This goofy fucking, like jazz, like fucking this weird jazz swing shit that I got playing, that's actually composed by the United States military, all of it. They put all their shit up for free on a website that anybody can download their shit, and it's free, royalty free. Wouldn't you believe that? I'll be right back. I'm getting some water. Whew. All right. Yeah, no. Not that anybody asked, but the music that I'm listening to is like, you know, your classics from the 90s, right? Your Linkin Park, your Limp Bizkit, your Nickelback, fucking System of a Down, Five Finger Death Punch, Foo Fighters, all the greatest grunge artists, right? Alice in Chains, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, Mad Season. I haven't really spoke about music on stream before, but it's a very big part of this for me, right? It's like I'm never without it. Even in my daily life, I'm constantly listening to music. Can't enjoy the time alone in my head. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, right? What do you like? I'm always curious and interested in new artists. See, you know, there are people who they listen to all sorts of different shit all of the time, right? And then there's people like me who find a song that they like, and then they just listen to that song and like fucking wear it the fuck out for them. Ugh. But it might be bad. What do you mean? Like rap music or something? That ain't so bad. I suppose I'm making assumptions, but shit, hold on. Oh, fuck. You wanna see a cool trick? I got a fun trick. Alright. This trick made me think I was a lot better at fighting than I was. That makes sense. It was a particularly juvenile thought of mine that if I got really good at juggling, I'd have better hand-eye coordination, better timing. It worked a little. I won't lie, it did help. But, I thought that it was going to give me like a 40% boost, when in reality it was like a 2 to 3% boost. Right? Like once you're going up against athletes who actually compete, it's like any hand-eye coordination training that you do, they've got something similar, right? And it might even just be natural hand-eye coordination, right? It might just be something that that's already a part of their normal training. If life was Tekken, I'd be doing full combo damage. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Right? And it's all like, I love that goofy martial arts shit, right? And it's like, and what's funny is when I was younger, I didn't care for it much. But then I got into the combat sports and just the athleticism part of life. And all that, like any goofy, like, kung fu, I guess, for lack of a better term, right? It's all right, as long as we're honest about it, right? Like, and something, every now and then strange strategies work, right? And if it works, use it, right? That's one of the main rules of self-defense, right? There's a very famous fighter. I don't know what promotion she fights out of or really anything about her, honestly, but she wears all pink, right? And she has a strategy, right, where she just keeps her fucking leg up, right? She just keeps her lead leg up all the fucking time, constantly, right? And as soon as anybody gets close, she fucking darts that shit and she kicks them right there, right? In the chest or in the face, right? And she's so fucking good at it that no one can get close to her. Sean Strickland is kind of like a functional Wing Chun style. He's got a lot of hand movement and backing in and out, right? He's got a lot of like, I think at the highest levels, right, you have a lot of people who do just weird shit and they get away with it. I could agree with that. Yeah, he's got some fucking wild, crazy shit that he does. Tony Ferguson, now that we're on the topic of Wing Chun, right, there's a famous clip of him grabbing a dude's wrist, pulling it out of the way and punched him, right? And it's like, if it works, use it, right? Just don't delude yourself into thinking that it's going to work better than it will. If you do that, you're going to get knocked the fuck out. That keeping your lead leg up like that, fuck, that's so fucking tiring. Shit. Can't even keep my balance with it up. Ah, fuck. Yeah, no, it's gotta be a woman thing, man. I ain't got the flexibility for that shit. I've always enjoyed brawling more anyway. This is in my way. Dude, I don't know. You know, I got a story, right? You know, it's not a great story. It's a short story. But I fought a female Thai fighter, right? Or a Muay Thai fighter. At least that's what they claimed, right? And it's like, if you want to get into the weeds about what's real and what's not, right? That's not really what I'm interested in. But she claimed to train with the knees and the elbows and the legs. And she kicked me in the face 3 fucking times. And then, you know, I was getting sick of it. And I remember I tried to do something about it, and she just kicked me in the fucking face again. No. There's absolutely a level of training that, you know, most average-sized women can accomplish, and then they'll be, you know, just vastly more prepared and capable than a dude who doesn't train. Been beaten up by a ton of different women. Maybe that says more about me than it does about them. You're absolutely right. Alright, we're gonna go for...
Folks, now that you've heard my story,
5 minutes.
say, boy, give me another shot of that food.
Give it a shot.
And if anyone should ever
Well, another thing too is that's my lead leg, right?
tell 'em I've got those
I have to
infirmary,
put my fucking foot forward to load it up. Then it's just gonna be a lot more practice, right? But my rear leg, I don't want to throw it because I got a fucking tattoo right here that's still healing. But so if I can do that with my lead leg, I'll be sitting pretty. Think about looking over your right shoulder. Okay. Hey, that wasn't bad. There we go. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Turn back. Whew. Whew, I gotta remember to actually fucking get my head moving. Oh, move your head for 2 seconds and then stop. Whew. Whew. Trying to get up there with my shin and my knee. Funny you mentioned the dizzy head. It's a thing to be kind of bird-headed and not shake your brain around too much. You're absolutely right. Dig my toes in. I'll give it a few more goes. Whew. See, I landed on my fucking flat of my foot on that one. Whew. Alright, the song ended. Now, I timed this one. That was 5 minutes. I wasn't going full blast as hard as I could go for 5 minutes, but it was still 5 minutes. Whew. What's that old saying that Bruce Lee said? 10,000 kicks. Alright. I fear not the man who practices 10,000 kicks, but the man who practices one kick 10,000 times. We'll get there. One. Two. Three. Fuck. Overdid it. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Alright, come on. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. Eight. Nine. 10. 11. 12. Fuck. 13, 14. 13, 14. 13. 14. Boom! All done. With the ab rolls. Kicks are hard to get right. I'll give it a few more years, right? I'm sure 2 or 3 years, even with shitty form, I'll figure something out for me. It is complicated. Alright, I'll do one more thing, bag work, just because I'm here and I'm sweaty. Yeah, as well, right? You know, I had a coach. I learned from really, really bad dudes, killers. And, well, life got in the way. Honestly, if I'm being honest, it burns the soul. Because I want to be up there, but circumstance and ideology have gotten in my way. So, one day I'll make my debut, and when that day comes, all those people who did know me will see me, and they'll be like, hey, when did he start training again? When did he get back, right? That's just a fantasy, but perhaps one that's capable of coming true. Yeah. I don't know how to jump rope. As a matter of fact, I'm ideologically opposed against jump rope. You see, when I see other people who are capable of it, I get envious and angry. To answer your question, no. I'm really bad at it. I don't fucking like to do it. It's not about what you like, though. It's about what you want. You're right. My ceiling is too small to do it inside, and I ain't about to do it out there. Well, that's about it, I think. All right. Thank you very much for stopping by if you were here. Thank you, Mashed Potato Tower, for swinging in and giving me the pointers. One day, can't forget. This is something that I normally was doing, but I got a little bit lazy about. Since a big part of the reason for this channel's existence is the before and after and the time lapse of the change in physique, right? That's it. All right, everybody. Show's over. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Enjoy the 4th of July if you're an American. And if you're Canadian, enjoy your next closest holiday. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.